Security. If you find out anything, let me be the first that you notify.
FIXATION! What you think?
My name is Clayton, and welcome to FIXATION on the dopest digital wrestling platform on the planet. With your host, Vic Vega. Live and direct, we are here in Lafayette, Louisiana with our month-ending event in February, FIXATION. 6 monumental matchups on the card for us here tonight, including 3 title bouts, along with a #1 contenders bout and a special match to kick it off. Anyhow, so as to not further delay us in our efforts, we got some bills to pay, so you know what time it is.
Live from Lafayette, Louisiana, you are rocking with the dopest digital wrestling promotion on the planet. This is FIXATION, brought to you by Frequency Pro Wrestling.
This promising young rookie won himself a roster spot back at night number 12 of our 12 Days of Christmas Wrestling Extravaganza. And he is set to make his debut campaign here tonight in our opening bout. So get ready as our rookie upstart Ramon Carter takes on an Aries God of War divisional foe in his debut campaign, and that matchup begins right about now. Alright, 2 questions linger. Who will he be facing and what will he look like? Ramon Carter in his debut is going up against
From Cheyenne, Wyoming, weighing in at 261 pounds, Valiant Justice!
Valiant Justice in the house in our opening bout. 2 wins, 4 losses. And the last time we saw the sheriff, he seemed to be in a state of confusion as he did not try to break up that pinfall attempt. And as a result, Mr. Generic won that contest and has a championship matchup later on. Can he regain his focus here tonight? And get him another win in the win column here at FIXATION? We shall see as he's set to go up against a debuting rookie.
And his opponent from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 273 pounds, Ramon Carter!
And there he is, party people, fresh out of grind mode into the spotlight. Ramon Carter in his debut campaign here in the kickoff of FIXATION. And if you are just tuning in to the festivities, help us out by engaging in the poll questions and hitting the like, share, and sub button. And the question is, in this one, will Ramon Carter win his debut match here tonight as we get things rolling here on FIXATION? Looking fit as a fiddle, and the sheriff looking focused as they get ready to duke it out. Referee Victor Sokolov overseeing this battle between a rookie and a competitor that's been on our roster for about 1.5 years now. Valiant Justice using an elbow and an ear clap to get a release from the rookie from that bear hug. And now he has turned on the offense. Knee to the head of the rookie as he goes for a pinfall attempt. Only a 1 count. Referee right on the spot. And it seems that hot sauce is flowing from the forehead of Ramon Carter. Almost put him out of here. In fact, I should rephrase the poll question, by the way, that Valiant Justice is viciously beating down the rookie. I should have asked, will he survive this one? As this one spills outside in this Falls Count Anywhere special guest referee matchup. Our referees getting a lot of work as of late. And I ain't talking about job description. I'm talking about wrestlers putting their hands on my referees. As Valiant Justice is going underneath and throws an acoustic guitar upside the head of the rookie and goes for a pinfall attempt. Still a 2 count. Ramon Carter showing a tad bit of resilience. And now it looks like he's going to get his second turn at some offense on Valiant Justice. As he goes for a pinfall attempt on him. And he almost put him away in his rookie campaign as he is setting Valiant Justice up for a side slam and goes for a pinfall on him. Still can't put Valiant Justice away. And this ground and pound. Beat the heck out of your opponent. Match up here to kick it off. The rookie high capping. Hope that doesn't cost him. Because you know how rookies do. They get a tad bit cocky. And they somehow forget to get the job done. Well, it looks like he's in prime condition as he's been mounting some offense over the last couple of minutes or so on Valiant Justice. And since Valiant Justice doesn't have much tape to scout the rookie up on, he might be a tad bit overwhelmed. But as I yap my trap, Valiant Justice comes back to silence the noise that was the offense of Ramon Carter. Taking the rookie to school, and he looks to be doing something. One more time going underneath the apron. And this time he comes out with Barbie. But he does not get to use it. But he still finds a way to get his offense off on the rookie. As Valiant Justice just can't put away the underdog upstart, Ramon Carter. It looks like the sheriff is in finishing off position. But hold on a second, a counter by the rookie. Well scouted move by Ramon Carter. And another slam on Valiant Justice. Will he put him away? Almost put him up out of here. Lafayette, Louisiana, almost a rabbit's foot for Ramon Carter in this one, who goes to grab Barbie. And he's making a frequency curse come true at least for one strike. As a spear out of nowhere from Valiant Justice on the rookie as he was swinging that barbed wire bat at him. Man, this is one hell of a campaign in matchup number 1. Weapons being wielded. Rookie against a veteran. And it's neck and neck at this point of the matchup. As Ramon Carter would have assisted. Inverted slam on Valiant Justice. And assisted by the ropes, excuse me. I'm impressed with this rookie. He is absolutely staying neck and neck. Holding his own. Holding down the fort here in matchup number 1, but it looks like Valiant Justice is in comeback mode as he downs the rookie and amps up the crowd here in Lafayette, Louisiana, as he goes for a pinfall attempt on him to finish him off. Still can't get Ramon Carter out of here. Like I said, this rookie has a bright future ahead of him if he is going up against the likes of Valiant Justice and giving him all he can handle. Valiant Justice in his most notable matchup was against Bagman Nemo, a seasoned veteran on our roster who is only 23 years old. And Valiant Justice took him to task before being finished off by him. And ever since then, he's been trying to climb his way up the ladder of success and get a name for himself as a swinging cutter on the rookie. Can he put him away in this Valiant attempt? Just like that in bout number 1, Valiant Justice over the rookie, Ramon Carter.
Here is your winner,
One hell of a campaign for the rookie, but still Valiant Justice came out on top in this one. All right, party people, matchup number 2, the beginning of a best 2 out of 3 series to determine the number 1 contender for the Mercury's Moniker Championship.
Eye Candy Academy didn't change me, it confirmed me.
FIXATION in effect. We have a best 2 out of 3 series starting right about now. The winner is the number 1 contender for the Mercury's Moniker's Cruiserweight Championship.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match. Making his way to the ring, representing Country Dominance from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 180 pounds, Drewey Cox.
Drewey in the building. And the last time we saw him was at the end of last month, where him and Terry Tony were the last 2 standing out of 3 competitors in that elimination chamber back at Chaos Confined. 16 wins and 17 losses. You see all those belts that that man has had his hands on around here. In fact, in regards to performing at FIXATION, Drewey really doesn't do too bad when it comes to this promotion.
And his opponent from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 175 pounds, Taryn.
Yeah, the ladies love this guy as well. And as I stated before, he got knocked out right after he knocked out Drewey. And that is the full reason why we have these 2 going up against each other. You see his record 8-6. And he is a former Big Little Man's title holder himself. All the ladies are in awe when he steps in to the ring. In fact, I wouldn't doubted if this young man was a graduate from the Eye Candy Academy. Ugh, barely get out. Still feeling the remnants of that first match off to kick it off. Kudos to Ramon Carter in a loss. But it's all about the here and now. This best 2 out of 3 series. The winner of the series will go on to take on Bagman Nemo in a one-on-one bout for the Mercury's Moniker Championship. And I'm looking to the future in regards to when that's going down. I might say that one-on-one bout with whoever wins this series and Bagman Nemo for the end of next month. Stay tuned to the channel to figure out what we're gonna do in regards to our Mercury's Moniker's division. The division that depicts speed, accuracy, and agility. As these two are currently displaying right about now in this contest. Drewey with the 2 knees to the kidney of Taryn, who hasn't had much offense in this one. Nothing to sneeze at, as Drewey seems to be dominating Taryn at the moment. Maybe he has his mind on singing love songs or something like that, because up until that last move, he has been a non-participant in this very matchup. Tries to get a chair involved, and Drewey is right back to dominating him once again. And as soon as Taryn gets one off, Drewey comes back to take command of the matchup. Taryn trying to pound and stun Drewey as he hits him with a reverse Frankensteiner and goes for a pinfall attempt on him. Only a 1 count. Can't count Drewey out that quick. We'll have to mount a little bit more of an offensive attack to put down the former multiple championship on the singles side and the former Midwest Tag Team Co-Champion in Drewey. Taryn finally got a couple of shots with that chair in, only to be kicked back into reality by Drewey. And Drewey is on the move again with a Sister Abigail, and he goes for the pinfall attempt. And just like that, Drewey is up 1-0 in the 2 of 3 series between him and Taryn.
Drew E. Cox.
An impressive display of devastation by Drewey here in matchup number 2. All right, y'all, we get ready and we get set for matchup number 3, which is Uvane taking on Taryn Jerry. A number 1 contenders bout for, hold on a second, who was that? It just came out of nowhere and hit Drewey. Hey, yo, security. You need to get involved and go break it up before Fixation breaks off in total chaos.
This is a DJ Soul Search production.
Mr. Chin Aries. The KC Crusher.
This is a special edition of Grappling Gossip with our on-the-spot anchorman, Cletus.
My name is Cletus, and due to circumferences, circumcision, you mean circumstances beyond our control. Yeah, what he said. We hereby have to postpone the matchup between Uvane and Taryn Jerry. And as soon as we find out the details, we will let you know exactly why this happened. Anyhow, my name is Cletus, signing off from this special edition of Grappling Gossip, and please enjoy the rest of Fixation.
This is Real Talk Rita, and we are having a sale. Today's likes are free, so do our channel a solid and hit the like man.
Fixation! The following contest is a tag team tables match and is for the Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 444 pounds, the Trailblazers.
Yeah, the Techno Jacks in the house. The last time we saw these gentlemen battling it out, it was against Station 6. Here on the version of Whoop Ass Wednesday, where they came out on top. You see their record: 15 wins, 9 losses, excuse me. Former two-time Call Valley Tag Team Champions in matchup number 3 here at Fixation. And they are set to go up against the Brotherhood Tag Team Champions, the Atari Brothers, here in matchup number 3.
And at a combined weight of 418 pounds, the Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Champions, the Brotherhood.
Yeah, and Azari to your left and Jabari to the right make up the Atari Brothers, our Brotherhood Tag Team Champions. In the house, in the building. And the last time we saw them getting down was at a version of 4-Star Friday back on the 23rd of last month. Former Call Valley and Midwest Tag Team Champions. Seasoned veterans under the age of 30, and they've been kicking behind Aries since their addition to the roster. Brotherhood Tag Team Championships on the line. Let's get it. All right, party people, that's another thing that I hate about this game. When it is a tornado tag team matchup, they do not give the championship introductions, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to make this one rock anyway, even though they do things the way that they do. Anyhow, 2 of our veteran squads on our roster duking it out here. The object: put your opponent through the table. You win the matchup. That is it, Kapui. So will we have ourselves a new set of champions here tonight? Or will the Atari brothers go home with the titles that they walk into this matchup with? It looks like it's even keel right about now between the teams. As a DDT out of the top rope from Jabari. And it looks like Nazari is getting ready to go for a table, but instead gets back into the action and links it once again with Technoid. As his brother is back duking it out with T-Jax. And now Nazari is about to go for a table here in this one. Table for four, a double date night, if you will, in this contest. As Technoid sneaks up on Nazari, and his partner goes and grabs another table. We have count them, two in the ring right about now. Stick around, cause later on, in tonight's festivities, we have two more championship bouts in the cards for us. As Technoid once again gets it in on Nazari to make him drop the table that he was thinking about setting up. Jabari getting in there wisely, knocking down the table. Maybe Technoid was getting ready to put his bigger brother through it. But instead, he was there to halt any attempt by the Techno-Jacks. Hold on a second. Nazari in a spot, but Jabari with the ring awareness as if he has 4 eyeballs on his head. Broke that one up, and that one, or should I say this one, could have ended a whole lot earlier, but instead we press on. Jabari and Nazari have switched dance partners as Jabari setting up a table in the ring, and T-Jax is all by him lonesome as his partner is outside shaking the cobwebs out of his head. Better get up in there and help his brethren, because the Atari brothers are cooking right about now. Table knocked down once again, and Jabari goes to set up another one. And he keys in on T-Jax as he's setting him up on the table. And the fists are flying behind him as Technoid and Nazari duke it out. And it looks like T-Jax has Jabari in the right spot, but Jabari breaks up out of it as his brother goes off on Technoid. And just like that, T-Jax threw the table from Jabari, and the Atari brothers retain.
Extreme Alliance Zone Tag Team Champions, the Brotherhood.
Man, these two are like their counterparts who held the tag team championships before them, the Misfits. Got me thinking, can anybody defeat this duo to obtain those tag team belts? Alright, y'all, get ready and set for matchup number 4 on the horizon next here on Fixation.
Fixation. Separate the fakers from the real. Fixation. Had to lose it all to rebuild. Fixation. Respect in the name plus the grind. Fixation. You lost your war. You know the.
The following contest is an Iron Woman match and is for the Action Zone Women's Championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready and get set for an ISIS Elementals Championship matchup between Akira Okoye and Nurse Red. And when you hear that sound, you know it's only one of two people approaching the ring. One of the two bad nurses, Nurse Red, in the house here in matchup number 4. As she strolls to the ring and gazes at the crowd. 2 weeks ago, she had a cross-divisional matchup against her opponent's baby sister, where she came out on top and picked up a victory. Nurse Red one half of Malpractice as she comes into the ring, sporting a 16-win, 8-loss record, former ISIS Elementals champion. In fact, since our rebuild, her and Akira have been the only two to hold said title. And speaking of Akira, here is your ISIS Elementals champion on full display. And her name is Akira Okoye. Kansas City's finest. The cream of the crop here in our Divas division. And she picked herself up a win as well 2 weeks ago in a cross-divisional matchup against former She Devils champion Kivana Rossetti. Current title reign, 90 days, 31 wins, 22 losses. Slowly edging her way up the mantle. And if she keeps going the way that she is going, she is soon to catch up with Kid Psycho for the most victories on the solo tip on the brand ISIS Elementals Championship on the line. Let's do this like a Buddhist and two nudists. We're here.
Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell, News and her opponent from Kansas City, Missouri, the Action Zone Women's Champion, Akira Okoye.
A proud champion indeed goes up against a gallant challenger. Well, ladies, overlooking that hardware there as we get ready and set for this vainglorious matchup between two devastating divas from our ISIS Elementals Championship division. And the champion comes out and strikes first, but up jumps her competitor to nullify that attempt at immobilizing her. Bear hug being applied by Akira Okoye. Will Nurse Red tap out? Hell no. She claps her way out and follows it up with a running kick on Akira Okoye. As you saw per the graphic earlier, Akira's title reign is 90 days. As she won that particular title back at Boot Hill Havoc at the end of November of last year. and has been holding on to it with no intent on letting it go anytime soon. Bear hug applied again, and it looks like Nurse Red uses the same technique to get out of that predicament. If you are just tuning in to tonight's festivities, help us out by engaging in the poll questions and also hitting the like, the share, and sub button. Help our channel grow. We get more eyeballs on us, don't you know? Elbow to the chest of Nurse Red, and Akira is controlling about at this very moment. Pinfall, submission, or count out, all on the table here in this Iron Divas matchup. As Akira flexing her muscles while her competitor slowly arises. Looking like she's making an attempt to get back into the ring, but instead she greets Akira with a DDT. As we are outside of the ring, the count ensues. And back into the ring we go. Nice reversal by the champion, who flips off the rope and misses with a big splash. 15-minute time limit on this one, as Akira is hit with a Spanish fly by Nurse Red, who went for a pinfall attempt, only a 1 count. And there still has not been a pinfall in this bout. Nurse Red flipped off of the ropes by Akira and met with a power slam in the center of the ring. And once again, Akira flexes her muscle for the faithful here in Louisiana. Nurse Red off of the rope, making the connection and downing the champion as he stands over her. What looks to be a bit of confusion as to what to do with the champion. Instead, she goes in with a combination that ends with another DDT. And a standing moonsault as she goes for a pinfall attempt. Only a 2 count. Hard to believe there hasn't been at least one pinfall in this matchup at this point. Nurse Red going to new heights and coming down with her patented senton on the champion. Can this get her a pinfall and put her ahead? No, Akira's there to kick out of that one. I thought it was curtains for sure, as Nurse Red misses with a moonsault off of the bottom rope. The fans are definitely in adulation at this monumental matchup that is going on before them. An attempt at a scoop slam countered by Akira, as this one is still 0-0. Will this be our first pinfall after a move like that? Akira quickly goes for an attempt, and Nurse Red is there to grab the rope. Almost 6 minutes in, and not a pinfall on the board by either ladies. One hell of a contest here, as Nurse Red being dropped to the canvas by the champion. This one could go down to the wire at 0-0. And Akira would still walk out the champion. And if that were to happen, I would say that would be one even-steven matchup, to say the least. Although I've never seen it before, But anything is possible when it comes to divas duking it out here on Frequency Pro Wrestling. As Akira back in command with a lengthy sequence of offense on the challenger. As she whips her off of the ropes one more again. And Nurse Red breaking out of an attempted attack by Akira and coming back with the frequency feet and setting her up for an inverted slam and off of the top rope, but she misses. And Akira's on the outside. And it's quick to take advantage of the miscue by Nurse Red. My goodness, I'm gonna keep sounding like a broken record here. It is hella hard to believe that not one of these ladies has a score on the board at this juncture of this contest. As Akira flexing once again for the crowd. As if there's somebody out there that she is trying to impress. Better not get too cocky against an opponent such as Nurse Red. Because if you slip, she will definitely be there to catch you. Back into the ring before the 10 count is Nurse Red, who grabs Akira and buyout off of the corner turnbuckle. But Akira, as swift as the wind, hits her with her patented capture back suplex. And we finally got a first pinfall of the matchup. Gut wrench suplex by the champion. And it looks like she's gonna follow it up with a military press and drop the Mad Nurse to the canvas. Akira to the top rope and misses with the elbow. Nurse Red all on top of that move and avoids potentially another pinfall off of the ropes with a clothesline to Nurse Red. As Akira is asserting her dominance after that pinfall. Another military press right on the damn star in the FIXATION logo. And to the legs of the high-flying Nurse Red. Akira has been relentless ever since a pinfall has befallen on Nurse Red. One zip is the count. And Akira with a rebound power slam off of the ropes. Not giving up any ground. Ever since she put that 1 on the fall count meter. As an attempted sidewalk slam gone awry, and Nurse Red is revving up her motor one more time. Scoop slam. And now, the mounted punches to the skull of the champion. As we are closing down to about 5 minutes in this Iron Divas matchup, Nurse Red is looking like she is in command enough to at least get a pinfall on the champion and pull it even as she goes off the ropes and a splash on to Akira. But instead of covering her, she goes for it one more time. Can Nurse Red pull ahead or pull even? And then pull ahead and walk out of here our brand new champion. Electric chair drop position into a driver. And we are deadlocked at 1. Nurse Red on the board. With 4 minutes to go And the question in this one is, does she have enough gas left in her to pinfall Akira one more time and walk out of this one? Our brand new Isis Elemental Champion. A miss by Nurse Red, and it results into a trip to the ropes. And Akira with a driver of her own, as she is in finish symbol position and sets Nurse Red up again for her patented back capture slam. And it's 2-1 champion's favor. At this point, all she has to do is play keep away for the next 3 minutes or so, and she will retain her title here in matchup number 4. But that is nothing like Akira. She's gonna keep inflicting punishment until the bell rings. Win, lose, or draw. Definitely the definition of a fighting champion. As she goes to new heights and comes down with an elbow on Nurse Red, who is outside of the ring. And Akira, hold on a second. Nurse Red with a counter on whatever she had in store. As Nurse Red with her float over. Back stunner. And a float over DDT. Is she gonna get a count out on Akira as the count is up 2-5 and Akira is staring up at Saturn and Nurse Red goes outside onto her one more time. I told you, high flying offense from Nurse Red in effect. But that counter gives Akira the window of opportunity to send her into the ring post. And now the nurse is slow to get up from the pain inflicted by the champion, as we are under 2 minutes. And Nurse Red needs to rack up 2 to walk up out of this one. The new Isis Elemental Champion as Akira goes for a pinfall. And now the count is 3-1. Not impossible, but as the minutes wind down, it's highly improbable. Nurse Red with a counter of her own on Akira, and the middle ropes on to the champ. But instead of going for a pinfall, she hits the champion with a couple of mounted punches to the skull. And another sequence. Pinfall her. Do not let her get away. You have 3 pinfalls to get on Akira, or you will not walk out of this one as a champion. As we are under half of a minute in this contest. Can Nurse Red pull it off? As she's egging Akira to get up and get into the ring. And it's looking like this one is out of reach for Nurse Red as we are under 10 seconds. And we're down to a 5 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, Akira Okoye retains her title here in matchup number 4.
Zone Women's Champion Akira Okoye.
Akira with an impressive showing here in matchup number 4. Nurse Red coming up 3 pinfalls short in this contest. Stay tuned for matchup number 5 out of our Aries God of War division. Mr. Generic takes on the KC Crusher.
This is Maddie Chatterbox encouraging you to hit the like man. They're only free $99. So once again, hit the like button to help our channel grow.
Separate the fakers from the real exception. Had to lose it all to rebuild. Respect.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Action Zone Extreme Fighting Championship.
Aries got a war title on the line and the first contestant to make his way to the ring, all the way from Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Generic in the building. Little can be said about this man, and he is well under 10 matches, 2 wins and 4 losses to his attestment. But the amazing thing about this man is his 2 matches that he won was against multiple competitors. This one right here being against 3 others, which is the reason why he is in this matchup, as he is the #1 contender for the Aries God of War title. Mysterious in nature, but still, don't bet your chips against this man. Like I said, he's won them in multiple competitor matches. How will he do in a one-on-one match? And here is your Aries God of War champion making his way to the ring, the KC Crusher. Coming in at 5-5. His current reign is 146 days. And if you are hanging with us, chilling with us, kicking it with us, YouTubing it with us, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Anyway, his last title defense, he came out on top and retained as he was going up against T-Jax at Chaos Confined. A man's man indeed, as he scans the crowd here in Lafayette, Louisiana. They don't know how to take a guy like this. Very few words spoken from this gentleman since he's obtained the Aries God of War title. All I know is he is another one of those that you do not want to sleep on, or you might just find yourself in a pinfall position and a loss on your jacket. The KC Crusher. And this matchup right here is a very historical one indeed. But I'll get into that a tad bit later on into the matchup. And this is why we don't see this man's entrance too often, unless he's defending a title. He takes all damn year to get into the ring and get the festivities started. But yet and still, he is your Aries God of War champion. And yes, this is a no hold at the bar match. You can defeat your opponent by pinfall, submission, or knockout in this with Aries God of War Championship on the line. Let's do it!
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 213 pounds. 265 pounds, the Action Zone Extreme Fighting Champion, the KC Crusher.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am just been informed by the stat brat that this is a first fluid flowing match and not a no holds as a bar matchup. The first one to leak out fluid from their mask is the loser in this one. Which brings up the question, how in the hell would you know if they were bleeding if they're both wearing masks? I don't know, just one of those things that make you go, shout out to Arsenio Hall for that iconic voice clip that never ages. It will live on into infinity. Get ready for a ground and pound style matchup here, as both of these competitors love to show off their strength. And it's one of the monikers here in the Aries God of War Championship Division. Beat the heck out of your opponent. If you would have to define this division, you would be more likely to define it as our hardcore division. Nice vertical suplex by the KC Crusher, the champion. Going for a chair and trying to put this opponent away here in the early going. Setting it up with the frequency curse. Get to him. It looks like the frequency curse is on its way with that missing headbutt. And now Mr. Generic is showing off some of his unorthodox offense here to the crowd at Lafayette, Louisiana. As I stated before, this is a very historical match indeed, as it will be the very last time that it is defended in a one-on-one fashion. And if you want details about the new rules and why we are changing things in this division, then make sure you are tuned in next week, as I will have a detailed breakdown of how, why, and what we are doing in the Aries God of War division, as well as the Hellas Hybrid division. These gentlemen have taken their battle outside of the bounds of the ropes and turning this one into a straight-up street fight. I mean, one would have to elevate it to a street fight in order to draw fluid from their opponent. KC Crusher setting up a ladder. Maybe he has something in store for his opponent, but he walks right back into the ring to a butterfly DDT. And now Mr. Generic is absolutely controlling the champion at this point. As I told you, if you are looking for high-flying acrobatics in this one, you might be in the wrong place, as this would be defined as a defensive struggle if it were a football game. I never got that concept, as if it's a low-scoring game, the offense is struggling. Oh! The KC Crusher used to break the ladder that he suspended in hopes of getting Mr. Generic through it, and instead the frequency curse is looming over the champion at this point. The frequency curse is when you pull a weapon, you are more likely to get it used on you first before you actually get to use it on an opponent. And it looks like Mr. Generic avoided the curse for a couple of strikes anyway. A short response by the KC Crusher, but Mr. Generic acted as if he means business on this one. Now with a frequency curse, flip back over and start haunting Mr. Generic after setting up that ladder like the champion did earlier. We don't know, but I bet you that if the curse does like it always do, then Mr. Generic could be going through that ladder. Weapons being wielded, all kind. We have a kendo stick, a chair, a table, a sledgehammer, and a ladder. They done pulled everything off from under the apron except for a diesel. As the champ finally wakes up and realizes that he is a part of this monumental matchup, gets a power slam in on his opponent and goes back for the chair, but as I stated before, he does not get to use it. Hold on a second. The frequency curse is not on the back of Mr. Generic. He actually gets to put his opponent through a ladder that he had set up. In this first fluid flowing match, these two have been going tooth and nail here in matchup number 5. As Mr. Generic has a champion rocking and reeling, momentarily staring up at the ceiling and combine out hot sauce from the head of the champion. And now Mr. Generic is the new Aries God of War title holder.
Fighting champion, Mr.
Generic with a monumental win here in matchup number 5. And check this, stay tuned because the next break holds a lot of information and it might just include a bonus for us all here next on Fixation. Last week at the conclusion of our live stream, you may recall seeing this, which led to this, and ultimately this. During that conversation, I was informed that Zach Wolfensteiner has been retained as a consultant for KC Reed. Following the recent events surrounding the Zeus's Crown Championship, a request was made. And after reviewing the circumstances, that request will be granted tonight in our main event. Uh-oh, it looks like somebody isn't too happy with my decision to grant the wolf his wish. Whatever. Anyway, if you are a champion, you should damn well be a fighting champion and be able to roll with the changes that occur around here on Frequency Pro Wrestling. And if you are just tuning in to this main event, hit the like, share, and sub button. It costs you nothing.
The following contest is a Falls Count Anywhere match and is for the Alliance Zone World Championship.
All right, our party people, on your feet to the big championship. Zeus's Crown title on the line match here. Before we get out the door, big baby. And the first first competitor to make his way to the ring, KC Reed, in the building, on the premises. Is he going to be the Brown Phantom's nemesis here tonight in our main event? KC Reed fell to the champion this time last week over on our Kick channel. And seconds afterwards, his ex-tag team partner, who he just won a tag team match with, cashed in his open contract on him. How will he do without the threat of a cash-in looming? We're about to find out, because here is your Zeus's Crown Champion. In effect, the Brown Phantom. And in regards to this young man, I don't know why he was looking so perturbed in that clip that you just saw of him. Because he did the utmost impossible about this time last week, as he defeated two competitors back to back to retain that title. And that's why I said he is a fighting champion, and he should be able to roll with the changes. Zeus's crown on the line here in our main event. Let's get it. Yeah!
Introducing the challenger from Kansas City, Kansas, weighing in at 242 pounds, KC Reed.
12 wins, 21 losses.
And his
His
opponent
record.
from parts unknown, weighing in at 208 pounds, the Alliance Zone World Champion, the Brown Phantom.
14 wins and 9 losses. Will he walk out of this main event still holding that title? Or will KC Reed become our brand new Zeus's Crown Champion? As you see the hardware right there, we get ready to get into a brutal matchup indeed between these two competitors. On our way out the door here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and the bell tolls. KC Reed coming out with the offense first. Headbutt puts down the Brown Phantom, so KC Reed can get his moves off. Gigantic splash on the champion, trying to finish him off early on in this contest, and he simply can't do it. As I stated earlier, can KC Reed get it done here without the threat of a cash-in looming over his head, as he drops the Brown Phantom back into reality and stays on him like a fly on poop in the summertime, baby. Speaking of summertime and weather, very unseasonal weather here today, as it's almost 60 degrees where I am at, and I'm not complaining a bit. I'm actually ecstatic about the fact that we've had a very, very, very short winter here. And I welcome the arrival of spring. Speaking of spring, he uses spring in that corner to place the champion's head up against, and he goes out of the ring and comes back in with a hockey stick. An unusual sight. A brother with a hockey stick. As the Brown Phantom going on a shopping trip of his own, and comes out with a sledgehammer. No frequency curse there, as he's using it on the midsection of KC Reed. Oh! The thunderous sound followed up by a running kick. And the Brown Phantom has emerged with an offensive sequence of his own as he's setting KC up for a back twisting slam. And he cannot put his opponent away. My goodness. Out of nowhere, as quick as a hiccup, the offense from the Brown Phantom comes to life. Champion definitely in control at the moment as KC Reed looks to be a bit non-responsive from the offense of the champion, who is defending his title right about now with extreme jealousy and prejudice against his competitor. But as I run my mouth, KC Reed with a comeback of his own. And as the champion, right where he had him earlier on the defensive, here in our main event, Reed coming out with a chair, but he does not get to use it as the Brown Phantom grabs it and turns the tide on him. As the champion goes for a pinfall attempt on KC Reed, only a 2 count. Knee to the chest of KC Reed by the champion, the Brown Phantom. And it looks like he's getting ready to take this one home. As a whip off the ropes, hold on a second, a nice reversal by KC Reed. And now we are back to where we were, or have been, a majority of this matchup. KC Reed straight up dominating the champion as he goes for a pinfall attempt on him to put him away. He does not get the cap off. We'll have to do a little bit more damage to a fighting champion with the likes of the Brown Phantom. Like him or hate him, he is your current champion, and he's showing you why as he goes for the hammies of KC Reed to try to immobilize the big guy. And he will use anything at his disposal to do so. Weapons are legal in this no holds at the bar matchup. And my man comes out with a stop sign. And KC Reed takes exception and hits him with a clothesline. And now, in this seesaw battle going back and forth, KC Reed with a spine buster on the champ. And it only ends in a 1 count. Reed, definitely impressive in this showing, a bit more so than he was this time last week. As he seems like he has regained his focus, and he KOs the champion, and we have ourselves a brand new champion.
And new Alliance Zone World Champion, KC Reed.
The second time is a charm here in our closing of our main event. Thank you for tuning in to FIXATION. We're going to hit you with a closing promo and then the outro, and then we out the door, and we will see you this time next week on your Whoop-Ass Wednesday. Vega, and thank you for tuning in to tonight's presentation, Fixation, here on Freak Wrestling on our YouTube channel. And remember, as always, we are the home where every view is viral, because we are not entitled to your viewership, but when you give it to us, it is greatly and deeply appreciated. But before we get up out of here, we're going to hear some words of wisdom from my man, Gary Gamer. Take it away, G.
In the tapestry of life, it's the unique threads that make the most captivating pictures.
Dick Vega signing off once again from Fixation, and we will see you this time next week, party people. Peace. Lafayette, Louisiana. Good night, y'all, and have a blessed day on the tomorrow. Peace.